Hey, this is Len David Hart. This is a Stanley knife. I use these knives all the time. Use these all the time. It's got a Lennox blade. I find them to be pretty good. I was working with a guy last week, and he was using a diamond sharpener to sharpen them, and it didn't turn out that bad. A little different than a Stanley knife blade. You can snap them off a little harder steel. For some reason or other, you try to snap these off, they just bend. But they do cut pretty well. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video was this knife is straight. You can tell if you look along the bottom edge here. This knife is perfectly straight. Let me get out of the wind, make this a better video. And so when I cut something, I call it a dynamic cut because I can hold this knife and I can make my cut. Say I'm going to cut this. I can hold this at a real low angle and use more of the blade. So I'm just using the point. Now you got some of them knife blade handles that look like a banana, where the bottom curves out a lot right here. I don't like them because I can't make that dynamic cut. I can't lean that blade. I can't lean that guy real flat and use more surface of the cutting edge. You start to cut drywall. If you cut a lot of drywall, which I used to do in the past, you get a better cut. The flatter you can lay this knife, if you're trying to cut drywall new, or you're trying to cut a hole, put a window in, or a skylight, whatever you're trying to do, the more you hold this flat, the more control you're going to have, because it's going to line this. Going straight will line this. If you have a line and you're pulling down this line, the more straighter, the more lower you can lower this angle, the more blade you're going to get in the cut, and the more blade you get in the cut, the straighter you're going to go. So I like these blades. I like these Stanley knives. They're not retractable, but I can beat on these. A lot of times you do remodeling work, construction work, especially remodeling, not new construction, but if you do remodeling, a lot of times you get in situations where you get this knife in a particular spot and you need to get something out of there. You can beat on these knives a lot. I mean, I usually pound these things and they just get a little, after a couple months, they'll get loose. This blade will get loose. But as far as a good knife blade, these are good. Now, I heard years ago that the old timers would use this knurled part as a drywall rasp. Now, that's what I was told years ago when I was younger. I don't know how true that is, but it almost could be, I guess, used for that if you would hold it just right. But I think it's just part of the grip to make the grip better. But I did want to talk about that dynamic cut. The more you can lay this blade flat, the more you're going to get a better cut. And you're going to be using less of the dull point, because the point dulls out on these very quickly. Alright, my name is Len David Hart. This is just a quick video on a knife. The wind's starting to blow. I want to end this video. Thanks for stopping around, and have a good day. Thank you.